Hi, my name is Aaron Light, and this is my topic, the rise of botnets. My hypothesis. With the ever-growing advancements in computers and mobile devices, more sophisticated programs have been developed to breach these devices' security infrastructures, bringing about the advancement in cyber warfare. In this cyber warfare, botnets are developed to infect and control devices such as computers, tablets, mobile phones, DVRs, etc. There are so many negative and malicious applications for botnets, yet some people still argue that botnets can be used for good. I believe that unless using botnets to track other malicious botnet operators, there are no good applications that stem from this programming flaw in network securities and are a direct invasion of our privacy. What is a botnet? A botnet is a number of internet-connected devices used by a botnet owner to perform various tasks. Botnets can be used to perform distributed denial of service attacks, DDoSing, steal data, send spam, allow the attacker to access the device and its connection. The owner can control the botnet using command and control software. So from his computer, he routes it into what you see here, these two command centers, and then that goes into the infected computers, which they label as zombies, and use them to whatever he wants to do. Here I've selected a quick YouTube video that's going to help integrate the knowledge of what a botnet is. Alright, here we go.
A world of unlimited possibilities. You can shop, book a trip to a sunny beach, watch movies, listen to music, take care of all your banking, and maybe even pick up a date for Saturday night. The internet has become an indispensable part of our daily lives, both at home and at work. And the rapid development of the internet is further reinforced by the spectacular surge in the number of internet users who have a high-speed internet connection via ADSL or cable. This is resulting in a growing number of people who are continuously online. The internet has indeed opened up a world of unlimited possibilities, but it has also brought a growing number of threats. Not only the proper use of the internet is growing, the misuse and abuse of the medium is also growing at an alarming rate. There are countless viruses and worms that use the latest tricks to force their often get into your PC silently, without you even knowing they're there. But once they're actually in your PC, they can wreak horrific destruction. Your computer is like your home. Unwanted guests can break into your home or your computer at any time and in any way, often without you even seeing or noticing them. Emails, for example, can provide an entryway for viruses to penetrate your computer. You simply receive an email with an attachment that perks your interest. Your curiosity gets the better of you, and you open the attachment. And presto, the virus barges in and has unlimited access to every nook and cranny of your PC. These viruses are also experts at spreading and multiplying via all the addresses in your mailbox. But the emails aren't the only way that viruses get into your PC. Actually, every time you visit a website or download free music or video files, you can contaminate your PC with dangerous installations or downloads. But viruses can do much, much more. They are so clever that they wreak all this havoc entirely on their own. They don't need your help. All they need is your PC, and the rest takes place automatically. Worms, another group of nasty intruders, can also spread at devastating speed. Worms cleverly use the leaks in your computer programs, so they enter your computer whenever your PC is connected to the internet, even if you aren't at home. You could say that worms act as doormen, but the only problem is that they let in all kinds of unsavory characters that you would actually like to keep out.
Big red worm.
And if you could see them, you would be horrified at the riffraff that walks straight through the door. Yeah, like we said, they're ruthless intruders. Of all the intruders, bots are without a doubt the most ruthless. They install themselves on your computer, often with the aid of a virus or worm, and, as it were, hypnotize your computer. From this moment on, you are the owner of a zombie PC. Once your PC is infected with a bot, it becomes part of a many-branched network of zombie PCs, all infected with the same bot, a botnet. It's annoying for you and dangerous for others. a breeding ground for criminal offences. From one central point, just one malicious person can order all the bots in the network to carry out the same task. For example, to paralyze a company's network or website. And they send more than 50% of all the spam sent worldwide. The repercussions of an attack by a network are obviously immensely greater, more effective,
The number of
and more
spam is going to be
damaging
important
than an
later
attack from an
when we're
individual
talking about
PC.
bots.
So if you don't protect your computer against bots, it can unwillingly take part in a collective attack of this nature. And while all of this is taking place, you probably won't notice a thing. Your PC will appear to operate normally, but behind the scenes it will be working overtime to carry out all kinds of undesirable activities. All of this paints a pretty discouraging picture, just when you were feeling so positive about the endless possibilities provided by the internet and your computer. But the good news is that it's not as complicated as it sounds. You can secure your PC by following just 4 simple rules. Rule 1. Install an antivirus program and update it regularly.
Very important.
Rule 2. Install a firewall. Rule 3. Install the latest security updates for your software and operating system. Intruders like the old versions. Rule 4. Don't open email attachments that you do not trust.
Rule 5. Be careful what websites you go onto.
Effective security starts with recognizing the culprits and installing the required security yourself.
Alright, that's pretty much it. Alright, what are harmful capabilities of botnets? The DDoSing that we talked about, the distributed denial of service attacks, spamming, sniffing traffic, keylogging, spreading new malware, Google AdSense abuse, mass identity theft. Capabilities of botnets explained. The DDoSing attacks. These attacks result in a loss of service for users. The loss of service is acquired through flooding the provider's servers and basically causing a traffic jam, which results in bringing the website or service offline. Once that server or website is offline, the hackers can then manipulate information and extract further information from them. Famous DDoS attacks. Scientology is attacked by the hacker group Anonymous. During these hacker attacks, they revealed an interview done by Tom Cruise and his support of Scientology, and he came off seeming like an absolute maniac. So their goal was to flip the views of the church onto themselves. Looked very bad for the public, looked very bad for the people that believed in Scientology. Is fantastic. October 21st, 2016, the DDoS attacks brought down major websites such as Amazon, Twitter, Spotify, and others. Actually, what they did was they attacked the company DYN, who services such websites like Amazon, Twitter, Spotify. And through attacking them, we're able to bring down these major websites. And then you have July 2009, the unknown versus the United States and South Korea. Our president, the Pentagon, South Korea's intelligence, everyone's being flooded with these spam emails, and nobody is able to weed through and get to their important emails that they're supposed to be receiving hot, urgent at the time. Everything's being flooded with spam emails for several days. Still culprits were unknown. Everyone speculates. Obviously, North Korea telecommunications were behind it. Still not proven today. Alright, more capabilities of botnets explained. Spamming through the use of one bot or network of bots. Thousands of emails can be sent to either one or multiple receivers. Some have been 1 million spam emails a minute bot networks were able to accomplish. This is huge for trafficking and for just trying to get crucial information to people's email addresses. Then you have your sniffing traffic and keylogging. These are your basic uses with the goal of obtaining sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, private messages from the infected users. These can be bank login passwords. Basically, the keylogging part takes the time you strike a key. The multiple key uses you use when putting in passwords formulates an equation and puts all of those together to try and guess what your password is based with your username as well. Then there's spraying new malware. Bots can also be used to create and spread new bots. This is an easy function of bots and increases the chances of going undetected to their users. Very scary function of these botnets. The Google AdSense abuse. This is a technique bot commanders will use to create fake websites and display legitimate ads on these websites. They then use their bots to click and view these ads, which generates legitimate revenue for the bot commander. Then with the websites, often other people will come on legitimately looking at their website, legitimately viewing their ads, getting malware that's infecting them from the website, and the bot commander is still getting more revenue from an innocent bystander viewing the website. You have your mass identity theft. Sensitive or private information is extracted from a variety of bot methods, accumulating into complete internet profiles of the victims. These profiles contain banking information, login information, or business-related information. I believe it's since mass identity has been revealed, it's been about $107 billion of stolen money from people's identities. Here we have the top 3 networks that I found, the top 3 most damaging bot networks. The first one, I'm not even going to try and butcher these names. The first 2 botnets together enslaved more than 20 million machines. These 2 networks were thought to have been used to steal millions of dollars worth in credit card numbers as well as social security numbers. The interesting part about these 2 botnets is they caught one botnet operating in somewhere in Russia, and then they used them to find their sister operating botnet company, which that was pretty cool. Then you have your Kraken botnet. It was estimated that 10% of all Fortune 500 companies worldwide had been infected by this network, causing millions of dollars worth of damages. Now, this was not one of the largest bot networks to arise. However, it did infect the most important people of its time, so that was a huge deal. And then you have the Storm botnet. The range of this botnet was anywhere between 250 to 50 million affected PCs, and was first detected in 2007. Tried shutting it down in 2008, 2012. The remnants of the spam are still filtering around. Operators were never caught. Now we have some graphs of increasing cyber attacks, since obviously the development of the internet and computers have been more accessible to people. There's been an exponential increase in the amount of attacks from 1995 to 2003, and an increase of 800% of attacks from 2006 to 2012. Those are huge numbers. Those are almost as large as our population has been scaling up within the past few years. Lastly, here is a stab effort to try and find some new good applications of botnets. FBI used botnets to infiltrate the Game Over Zeus botnet and track down its operators. Good application, but still matches my hypothesis. Botnets have also been used to attack the hacker group known as Anonymous to shut down a few of their DDoS operations. Matches. The SETI at Home project is a botnet composed of volunteers offering the idle time of their computers to broaden the reach of the SETI project. This is a science project in search of alien life and uses computers to detect certain radio waves across the globe and reaching into outer space. Basically, this is a network of computers that is trying to broaden its reach of finding these certain radio signals that they're looking for, and basically this program needs a massive amount of computer power, and this bot network helps form that. However, everyone's privacy is at full disclosure. So, I mean, really, you're sacrificing your privacy for a bit of science. A lot of people would argue that there's nothing wrong with that. Personal opinion. So that wraps it up for my thesis. And during the paper, I will be presenting both sides of the arguments and just kind of touching upon things that have happened on both sides, the good and the bad. And my belief still resides with bots do more bad than good.